Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and get started. This is a very different type of homework that from what we are normally used to. Okay, number one's already done for you. Just a quick example. Um, the main function or the main equation is going to be P of t equals P of zero, meaning the first number or what you originally had, plus P of zero times R, and then times it by the time that it takes. So this one goes with 500 as the initial deposit, and you put it 500 again, and then the interest rate is 3%, but then you can't use 3%, you have to use 0.03, and then it just wants you to find out as a function of time. So we're going to just do the kind of similar. Sometimes we have to figure out the whole thing, or sometimes we just have to figure out the equation. All right, so number two, Carmen deposits 1000 in a simple interest account. Right, so our P0 is going to be 1000. So we're going to start off with P of t equals P0, which is going to be 1000. So it'll be 1000 plus, and then here it'll be 1000. Right. The interest rate for the account is 4%, so we're going to multiply that by 0.04. Write the function that expresses the balance in the account as a function of time, and then times it by that time. Right. So basically, if you do all this, I mean, that's all it is. Okay. And later on, when you figure out, how much time you want it to go by, then you'll put in a number for the t. That's pretty much all there is. Okay, number three, Emilio deposits 250 in the simple interest account. Okay, so P of t equals 250 plus 250. Interest rate is 2.5%, so we'll put in 0.025. Okay, and I'm not gonna go through how you turn a decimal into a percent or a percent into a decimal, right? Because you guys all did that back at the middle school. Okay, write a function that expresses the balance as a function of time, and then we just multiply by the time. Okay, and again, we're just using this equation right here. Okay. Okay, number four, Vance deposits 1,500 into a simple interest account. So P of t 1,500 plus 1,500. Interest rate is 5.5%, so you're going to multiply by 0.055. That's what the percent turned to decimal looks like. Write this as a function of time, so times it by the t. Okay, that's all it is for the first page. See how fast that was? Okay, now second page, we're going to go ahead and start doing some work. Sherwin deposits 500 into a simple interest account. The interest rate for the account is 3%. The function, looks like we're missing some stuff. Looks like it should be, let me see. Looks like it should be P of t equals 500 plus 15t, right? And 15 comes from taking the 500 and multiplying it by the interest, which is the 3%, so 0.03, and that's how you get 15, right? So they want us to do this for each of these number of years, right? So we have P of, we'll go with 2 equals 500 plus 15 times 2. That's all we're doing. Okay. Remember on the first side we went and did, and this is what we did on the first side. We went and did 500 plus 500 times 0.03, and I just did it right here, but 0.03 times 500, I did it right here. That gets us 15. That's all it is. And then we're going to multiply by the time, which in this case happens to be 2. Right? So on this problem here, on this side, that 500 times 0.03, that's already been turned into 15. Okay? And all we're doing is plugging in the time. So instead of writing 500 times 0.03, we can also write it as 15. Okay, so P of 2 is equal to 500 plus 15 times 2. That's all it is. Okay, and if I did like the other side, 500 plus 500 times 0.03 times 2, and you'll see that we get the same answer, 530. Okay, so the answer is the same. So don't think it's changed. And this is going to be $530. Okay, number 10. Oh, 10 years. So we're going to do the same thing. P of 10 equals 500 plus 15 times, and we're going to put in 10 years. So P of 10 means that your amount after 10 years. So P of 10, so your amount after 10 years, you're going to go 500. Let's clear that out. 500 plus 15 times 10. Okay, and you're going to get $650. Okay, after 15 years, so we're going to go P of 15. This is going to equal 500 plus $15, and we're going to do that for 15 years. So we need P of 15. So 500 plus 15 times 15, 725. Okay. Okay, last set. Hector deposits 400 into a simple interest account. Interest rate is 5%. The function P of T equals 400 plus 20T represents the balance in the account function of time. And again, just like the other side, we could have written this as, right? So instead of P of T equals 400 plus 20T, we could have written it like the other side. We could write it as 400 plus 400 times it by the interest rate, which is 5%, so 0.05, and then times it by the t. Okay, and you can see if I do here 400 times 0.05, you see that this gives me $20. So basically, this whole amount turns into $20. Okay, and then times the t, of course. Okay, so all of that, just want to make sure that we understand that all of that is just the same thing, and we're not doing something different. It's just that because we have something to work towards, where we actually take the 400 and multiply it by 0.05, the interest. Okay, so what we want to find out is we want to find out when or how long it would it take to get to $600. So we're not putting 600 in the t. Okay. We're not doing the 600 in the t's. We're not doing that. We're actually saying we want to find the t's. So we want to find out how long it would take to get to 600. So you're going to let your p of t equal 600, and you're going to solve for t. So in this case, minus 400, you will get 200. 600 minus 400 is 200, equals 20t, and then you're going to go ahead and finish this up by dividing by 20. And you will finally get t equals, and you got to do it 200 divided by 20, and you will get 10. So I'm going to write it on the other direction. T equals, and this right here comes out to be 10. So T equals 10. And 10 what? 10 years. Okay, next one we've got. So basically getting to the point, we got that 400 plus 20T, And that's supposed to equal P of t, but this time we want to find out how long it will take to get to 1,450. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Minus 400. This will get us 1,050 equals 20t. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take both sides and divide it by 20. Just like how we did in class. The 20s cancel. This time we'll have a little bit more space. So t equals what? So you're going to take 1050 and you're going to divide it by 20. That'll get you 52.5. Now, what does that mean? 52.5 what? That's measured in years. Okay. Okay, last one. We'll use purple for that. So again, we start with that 400 plus 20t. And we want to know how long will it take to reach 2,500. Right. So again, same scenario. We're going to go ahead and minus 400. Okay, and that's going to get us 2,500 minus 400. If you don't know, use a calculator. That's going to get you 2,100. And when does that equal 20t? Right. Well, we don't know. We're going to have to figure this out by dividing by 20. Right. So again, use a calculator if you need it. 2,100 divided by 20. That gets me t equals 105. 105 what? Well, 105 years. Okay. So that's a long time. Okay. And I think that's it. All right. See you tomorrow.